Hi, our intro today, we're going to be talking about the forgotten feet. I brought some props, feet. What we find often in physical therapy and in fitness, we forget that the feet is what interacts with the ground. So we often strengthen our arms, our stomach, we spend a lot of times trying to improve our physique, but we often forget the feet. One of the areas that we try to focus on in physical therapy is improving foot, ankle mobility, function, strengthening the arch, and those types of things. It's often that we fail to get the flexibility and the range in our feet, and because of that, we end up with knee problems, shoulder problems, back problems. Not uncommon that we end up developing these issues over time. So, one of the areas that we've tried to address is making sure that the foot functions normally. Now, it's nice when you're working with feet because you can really get to know the foot by almost doing a handshake, and the foot should have a nice feel, very supple, soft. A lot of feet you feel will be tight, very stiff. So when you start moving and working with the foot, you want to see how the foot is moving. When we look at the foot, we look at dorsiflexion, which is the ability of the foot to flex up. When you're walking and you're getting ready to step over your foot, it's got to have a nice range of motion here. It should be 10-15 degrees or so. Same thing, pointing your toe. Should have a nice range and plantar flexion. Then there's inversion, turning your foot in, or eversion, turning your foot out. There's also adduction, which is sliding the foot in this way, and abduction, sliding the foot out that way. More importantly, though, as you're moving and working with the feet, is just to get in and start to feel the bony structure underneath, making sure that it's moving. There's joints in different areas of the foot. You have the two long bones of the leg, the talus, which sits in here, the calcaneus, which is your heel. Then there's a group of mid-tarsal bones, navicular being one of those, a cuboid in the cuneiforms, then the long metatarsals. Lots of stuff to kind of give you some information about how the anatomy of the foot works. But when we're working with the feet, we want to make sure that everything moves and is flexible. So when you start your fitness program, you might want to do a little more with your feet. Now, husband and wives, it's a great way, boyfriend, girlfriend, you get to know your partner's feet. One of the ways you can get in is start to work the arch, start to loosen it up a little bit. That plantar fascia for many runners and athletes tends to be a little sore, gets a little tight. You want to maintain a strong but flexible foot. So, working on the foot, both to make sure that the joints are moving freely, the muscles and the soft tissue are working, and then you can add resistive exercises. So as Claudia turns her foot out, go ahead and turn your foot outward and then inward. You give resistance, and you're just trying to work to build the strength in the foot and the muscles up in the lower leg, because that's where these muscles originate for the most part. And you're just working that direction, then pulling up and down. Point your toe and pull it up. So you're working in a variety of different directions to loosen up the feet. And don't forget the other side. In and out, up and down, working into the arch. You'll notice sometimes that the bones are a little stuck. The joints don't glide well, so you want to work on freeing all that up. And then go back to working the muscles with the exercise.